and they just keep coming thick and fast. So, hot on the heels of a complete list of leaks for 2024 comes the official images of 75354, the Coruscant Guard Gunship, which we've had plenty of leaks of previously, but these are the official images and minifigures and all of that. So let's have a closer look, see what we think. Box art, nothing unimaginative there, but kind of gives us a good look to see that it is dark red and not red, even though they seem to have off-whited the white. So kind of a little bit of playing about with it there. Minifigures, Palpatine, Princess Amidala, Commander Fox, clearly the one that's going to be controversial, and then a Coruscant Guard or two. I didn't realise they were Coruscant Guards. I thought they were clone troopers, but it just shows what I know, doesn't it? Back of the box art has kind of got the play features in that. Interestingly, they keep showing Palpatine with smiley face, when we all know he's a right evil sod, isn't he? But yeah, gunship, two windscreen canopies that open up. They don't have those little turrets on the wings, obviously, and plenty of sliding doors, which we'll get to in a minute. And there's the same shot that's on the box art from a different angle, but cut out. I don't know why they do that. They could have just like taken the box art graphics off and still had it in situ. It would be just as pleasing to the eye. But you get a good look at the set. It is 1,000 and let me just double check that number. 1,083 pieces, which is fewer than the last playset that we had a few years ago, 10 years ago, a decade ago, the last one. And it is gonna be retailing for $140 US. So it's gonna be in the, what's that, like double? 200, 220, 230, 240 kind of mark in Australia. So not cheap. And not a lot to it by the looks of it. Kind of, you don't get many pictures of the interior in this or the cockpits from these shots. But we'll go through the images. As you can see, the figures sit quite high up in the cockpit, so there's not a lot of cockpit in there. Stud shooters, these new kind of style stud shooters on either wing. Quite nice, sturdy wings, like the 2 plates thick, so they shouldn't be too flimsy and bounce around too much. Some nice kind of curved slopes, yeah, to hold them in place. And I do like that striping on the side. The way they've done it with tiles is really nice. Kind of, that is a lovely feature, that's tile built as opposed to kind of a sticker, or worse still, kind of rather than printed, or worse still, a sticker. So that's a really nice build touch, I think. And then there's this play feature stuff. So from what I can fathom, you pull on that little lever, which I don't know whether that's meant to be something that you can hold it. A bit like the there was a ship that you could hold. Was it Boba Fett's slave one, that you had a little handle that you could fly around if you were going to swoosh it about? So I don't know whether the idea of these arrows is to suggest that you can lift it up using that with the ghostly hand that they've put in there. Why they didn't just use a hand, I don't know. Because they did lifestyle photography, so why not show it? Strange. But then they've got the same arrows showing this. So whether the pulling the lever activates things or whether they're just showing the moving parts, I'm not sure. I think it's probably just a handle to swoosh it around and you can lift up these bits and pieces. But whilst that lifts up, they don't actually show you what's inside the gunship. There's no seating or anything like that that can be seen for other troops to be in there. Similarly on the back, it doesn't look like there's an awful lot of room for that, and it actually looks like it sits quite flat to it, so not much of a ramp or anything like that, and no landing gear for this ship either. I do like those little things underneath the wings, like the little back of the gun turrets. They're quite nice, and the back of the ship is quite a nice little build, I think. It's nicely done. But yeah, strange little drawbridge. Whether a minifigure fits in that, I'm not sure, because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 studs high. So only just, if it does at all. So we shall see, and that goes up to. So I don't reckon a minifigure is going to stand in that back bit. And the side doors slide as they did on the old school one. And you get a nice close-up of the detailing of the ingots and the tiles and the wedges that they've used to get the nice contrast between the grey and the dark red. So into the minifigures. Palpatine with the smiley face, as ever, the same hairpiece as before. Quite like his print on the skirt and torso, that's really nice. Then we've got Princess Amidala, who's got a very stern face. Interesting. They've gone, the bloke's all smiley and the female character is stern. Yes, she was a bit earnest in the films, but really, like, they always give Princess Leia a nice little smile. Whether she's got two heads, two faces on that, not sure. They don't show it in any of the images, but a really nice torso print. Really like that kind of vest with the badge on it, and she's got a silver pistol. Commander Fox has got those kind of fancy guns, and kind of we've all been through that. Everyone's kind of raving about how it's not kind of accurate enough. I think it looks awesome. I think his helmet's really cool. The visor's nice. Like, if you're not a purist, that is a really attractive minifigure. I really do like the leg printing. The torso's cool, and I think the helmet is a real winner, and giving him the extra guns is a nice touch. And then the two Coruscant Guards, who I literally thought were clone shock troopers when I first saw it, but yeah, nice enough. They've got the little helmet holes, which will drive certain very famous people start raving bonkers. But again, as I've said before, it doesn't really bother me. But a great minifigure lineup that will be very attractive to a lot of people, especially kind of Fox and Amidala, I would suggest. And then into the lifestyle pictures, we can see there the side doors slid open, Palpatine smiling away, and Princess Amidala looking all grumpy and moody, even though the girl's playing with it. Good diversity in this one, isn't there? Everyone's happy apart from the girl character. But again, the studs from the stud shooters are strewn around. It totally messes with my OCD. And Commander Fox is going in the cockpit to fly that one. An unusual move for a commander. Surely he'd be like battlefield managing, not kind of having a fly around. But yep, continuity people. And then there it is, all together again, more studs strewn around. I've never stood a minifigure up like that. Maybe I should try it. I wonder how balanced they are, because they're really just balancing on the tippy toes, aren't they? It's a nice shot though. I think that's a good shot, kind of. Doesn't perhaps do Commander Fox justice. It makes his visor look quite light, but it's a good shot. It's a good set. September the 1st released, so we're in all sorts of trouble with that when the Venator coming out at the same time. And I think that's when something else is coming out as well, isn't it? I think there's another set coming out then. Can't quite remember which one it is. No, it's escaped me now. But yeah, after quite a big wave in August, that's quite an expensive September release set as well. But good set. I'm going to say that's like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. Good playability. Kids will love it, and people are going to buy a few of them, aren't they? Because you had 2 or 3 of them lined up. That would be a class, like, little display piece, wouldn't it? Yeah, good set. I'll be definitely getting one of them to build, one of them kind of for my personal collection that I keep sealed, and it's a good one. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more of this waffling nonsense that I keep pumping out. And maybe this will be the last one for a while, because I can't imagine there's much more releases to be leaked or officially sent out for a little while. So back next week.